church. When we came to First Baptist Church here, it was just the immediate warm welcome that we received here in the church from everyone.
Our Christian brothers and sisters are walking alongside us, carrying us, holding us upright. God is working here. There's no doubt about that. God is alive and well in this church, and He is going to give us all that we will accept and take. We need to open our eyes and get out of the pews and take it on.
We have a ministry field right here in front of us that I think is very critical that we recognize and take action on.
And there's a fire here that we sense, and God is working here from everything that Pastor Tom, with the sermons and the words that he puts out to the men's ministry, to the Awana, to the Bible school. The church is alive, and I think that's a wonderful thing, and me, Suk, and I are just really happy that we have kind of come into this environment.
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
I'm excited at what God's doing. I'm more excited probably now than I have been the last 10 years about what God's doing in this church, what God's doing in my life, and what I see Him doing in the lives of others. It's kind of like waking up absolutely refreshed to see what God's doing. This past year, we baptized more people than we have in a long time. This past year, our giving has not decreased, but it's increased, those kind of things. We're moving in a very positive direction. And I think that's because God's people are becoming the people that God really wants them to be. It is not about me at all. It's about the church as a group coming together to live their lives for His glory.
Just seeing all the new kids that have come to this church, and you just feel it. I mean, you walk in Sunday morning, you just kind of feel it. You know, it's hard not to get excited, especially with the kids. I love doing the kids choir. It is fun, but I mean, yeah, just seeing the kids get up there. Who cares if they mess up, they do something, they drop. It's so much fun. It's just so enjoyable.
And we have had kids who come in and they had never heard of it. They don't even know the word God, what does it mean, let alone Jesus. And then the lights come on and they believe, and then they're in love with Him. And it's just so wonderful.
You can see in their faces how something has made an understanding and how they get excited about it. And that's what makes it worthwhile for me.
I mean, I grew up in church. I remember my Sunday school teachers, my youth was so important to me. I mean, that's all my good memories. I want this church to have a place that the kids can come to. We have places we could go with other Christians, and so you're not getting involved in things you shouldn't be. So I think it's a huge responsibility, and I want them to have the memories I did.
There's a lot of growth that we've seen this past year in the youth group, and we're actually really looking forward to seeing even a much bigger growth in the very, very soon coming years. And as we not only have growth within the children in our church, but also reaching out as we are positioned right across the street from the high school, looking at the ministry field that we are placed right in front of.
The building across the street is the greatest mission field in Gahanna, 2,500 high school students. And it doesn't matter what we've done there in the past, it matters what we can do in the future. And so what we're interested in doing is building that building out in the back. And so it's not just a building for First Baptist Church, it's a building to reach our community.
It's not about us, that we let Jesus direct us, and no matter how daunting or scary it may seem, or how far out there it may be right now, where we think, how is that ever achievable? If Jesus has got our back, then what do we need to worry about?
We need godly people to get up off the couch, get out of the pews, and get out and do God's labor.
So I'm trying all my can. I'm usually standing up for my beliefs because I know that God died for our sins. That's pretty serious.